Hello, my friends. I decided I wanted to make a giant Christmas ornament out of this round canvas. So you may have seen this video, green cloud pour, kind of fun. I did a bunch of swirlies in it. And then when it was dry, I did a top coat, Deco Art, clear pouring top coat. No mixing involved. It kind of gives a resin look, and one coat does a good job, I feel. And it's pretty easy. So that is done, that's dried, and now I want to add this little thing. I painted this just a wooden coaster, and I picked up some of the greens that were in the painting and painted portion green. I made a shape from stir sticks, that, and then the smaller ones for those, and made that little squishy top part of the ornament. And then I base coated it in Naples yellow, added some, brushed it with this old gold, and it just needed a little more, so I made it a little fancier with some prism pour paints that I just dotted on and drew lines and stuff. You don't need to go that fancy, but it was easy to do. So now to decide where I want to put it. I'm thinking that I'll make this the top of the ornament. So I'm gonna place it. I was thinking of putting it here, but then I think it looks more, makes it look more like an orb if I put it down there under behind, and then I can attach my hanger to it and it'll sit flusher against the wall. So that's what I'm gonna do. Turn it over, and that's where I want it. I think it's probably a good idea to have as much contact as possible. So I'm gonna mark with a pencil where that's gonna go. I'm gonna use both E6000, which it will really hold it well, and hot glue, because this takes quite a while to dry, but the glue, of course, will dry quickly, but I'm not convinced that this will keep it hanging. So we're gonna do both. So some of this. That keeps coming out, stop. And some hot glue. Okay, make sure I have it the right side up. Correct side up, and here we go. Hold that in place for probably a couple minutes. While that's happening, I decided I would use a embroidery hoop. I wanted to keep a nice round ring to hang it from, and I didn't want to just do a string, because it, it would just go with the weight of the canvas, it would just go skinny, and I wanted a ring. So I took an embroidery hoop and I just painted the inside, same colors, base coated it with the Naples yellow, and then added some kind of a burnt sienna over that, and then gold. So that's that. And I have one side. You need to paint the inside and the outside and one of the rims. I didn't paint the back rim so much, so that will be the side that faces the wall. Let's see. That seems to be holding. So now, got to attach this. And asking a lot of this little hoop, so I want, even though like this would make more sense, I need to bring it down. So I think about there would do. So again, we'll take the pencil and mark where that's going to go. There. I'll have to remember to put that side up. Okay, and same thing. Run a bead of the E6000. And the hot glue. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is a bow. I was watching, I'm not good at making bows, but I watched a YouTube video by a guy named, whose YouTube channel is Dave's Wreaths and Things. I think that was the name. I'm going to confirm that and put it down below. He showed the most beautiful but simple bow, and I'm going to try to duplicate that for my ornament here, and then attach the bow to the top. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to set that aside and we'll work on the bow. All right, first thing, this is wired ribbon, and first thing you want to do is remember to cut off a piece, maybe a foot long, 14 inches, for the little tail of the bow. And I'm doing just what he did. I did not come up with this myself. Fold it in half and make a little dovetail in the end of each one. Okay, and we'll set that aside. Now, you also need a pipe cleaner. I don't have much, but I happen to have the silver one, and I don't think it'll be seen, so it doesn't really matter. I did take the ribbon off the roll it came on because Dave did, and oops, I'm going to unplug my curling iron, my hot glue gun. All right, so another thing he pointed out was that some ribbons have a good side and then a duller side, and I guess this kind of does, although they're so similar, I don't think it would make too much of a difference. But let me show you how he dealt with ones that have two different sides. You put the good side down. The first thing, you're going to make a little ribbon. Oh my gosh, Chris, stop talking. A little loop. I guess I could take my glove off now. I didn't want to get any of that E6000 on me. Make a little loop, and then you come over and overlap that. So the good side is down. And now if both of your sides of your ribbon are the same, it doesn't matter, but I will do this as if one side is dull, and it kind of is. All right, you're going to come to the middle, squish it together, and flip it over. So the good side is always facing down to your surface. And you're just going to go a little bit bigger than that loop. He did a finger's width. he made it look so easy. I'm not very coordinated here. Finger's width. And come over here. Now you can see my good side is up, so I need to go back to the middle, squish it together, and flip it over. I have way too much ribbon here. I should have cut some, but I didn't know how much I was going to need. Come back to the center and flip, squish and flip it over, and make it a little bigger. Come to the center, squish and flip. I think Dave's made a million of these because he did this so easy. It's not hard, it's just a little awkward. There we go. I'm not very crafty, my friends. Squish and flip. Did I flip that one? Yes, I think I did. I've forgotten. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to do 5. Squish and flip over. This is 4, so I'm getting there. Squish and flip. One more. Oops, did I flip it the right way? No, I didn't. Gotta pay attention here. Yeah, this would have been much easier had I shortened my big roll of ribbon, but I didn't know how much I was going to need. Twist. And one more. Okay. Now, I shall cut that off past center because you want to be able to catch that. Now, look at that. Squish it all together in the center. Take your pipe cleaner, wrap it around, go to the back and give it a couple of really good twists. A couple of really good twists. Because you don't want it coming apart. I need 3 hands here. Okay, pull it together and twisty, twisty. All right, now we're going to add the tail. Fold that in half. Fold that in half? Yeah. And twisty, twisty. You can leave the tails of the pipe cleaner because that's what you'll use to attach it to whatever you do. And now the fun, you get to fluff and bend. So just open up your little loops, fluff them up. I'm sure this will take a little playing, but this is looking pretty easy, and if I can do it, anybody can. I mean, you saw how awkward I was making the initial folds, but I think it's going to be pretty cute. Hear that wonderful chopping noise? That's my husband in the kitchen, probably making something wonderful for us to eat. He is such a treasure. Okay, a couple more. Okay, and then you just fluff them out however you want. That one got really big, didn't it? But with the wire, you can fake it and change it up. Anyway, for my first try, that's not bad, is it? Look at that. It needs a little work, but I think once it's attached to the thing, now let's see if it's dry enough to add the ribbon. I don't know. I think I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours. But my idea then was to attach the ribbon up at the very top there. And voila, we have a giant Christmas ornament. I think it's pretty fun. I hope you enjoy that, my friends. Hope you like it, and I think it's a great way to use up some round canvases that are just, you know, pours. And I think you could do that with just about any color, and it would be fun to have a wall of a bunch of these, wouldn't it? Anyway, or even as instead of a wreath on your door, that would be cute, wouldn't it? Anyway, I don't stop talking, let you get to work on your giant ornaments, and thank you for joining me.